I feel like this season and last season are both missing that like obscure anime that's low key really good.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about Zom 100
Zom
for
100
some reason.
was a lot of fun, and it's not over yet.
Well, that's true. Zom 100 was like actually really good, like shockingly well animated. Characters were likable, well written.
I mean, huge like production issues.
Yeah.
But we didn't know about Zom 100 until we got paid to talk about it at fucking, what was it, Anime Expo like 2 years ago.
That's true.
So like we're like, oh yeah, I guess we'll watch this TV show that Viz wants us to promote.
I'm like chasing the high of that winter season because that was like, I forget what else was running, but we were like, I think JJK was also in that
And
winter.
then there's also like Heavenly Delusion.
Yeah.
Like for the last couple of years, there's always been that kind of one throw-in where we're like,
Yeah.
oh, like for me it was Windbreaker. Like Windbreaker,
Right.
I like predicted, I was like, this is gonna be a fucking great anime. It's gonna replace that delinquent vibe that was left behind with Tokyo Revengers. And we're early in the season right now, so like it's hard for us to say, but unfortunately this season was a lot of second seasons of like anime that have already existed, right?
But I think that's where I'm getting that feeling of like last year, it felt like anime had never been bigger. Like anime was blowing up with JJK, Frieren, Zom 100 was great, Elusive Samurai was awesome.
Yeah.
And then now, I know it's February, like 3rd, so the year just started. But like it feels like, I guess Blue Lock and whatever other one, and like Blue Lock and Daima really put like a bad taste in my mouth.
It was 12 weeks of us watching things we did not want to fucking watch. And Daima's still coming out and we're just refusing to watch it.
Sakamoto Days is also like not bringing back my like sense of hype.
And then Soul
Dandadan
Leveling's last 2 episodes have been a mining simulator.
Yeah. Dandadan was great, but it's so weird that it'll never get that like uber appeal that like Chainsaw Man got.
I guess, yeah.
So yeah, I'm waiting for like Chainsaw Man season 2 or like the next.
Well, it's gonna be the Reze movie, which it's gonna come out in 2025, but we don't even have a confirmed date for it.
I'm waiting for the next like mainstream big hit. You know?
I think so. One Punch Man season 3 is coming out this year. Fire Force is coming back next season, I believe.
That's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's gonna be fucking great.
I don't think hot prediction. I don't think One Punch Man season 3 is gonna do anything.
You don't think so?
I don't think anyone's gonna care.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. It is the best. It is the best arc in the manga being adapted.
Nobody cared about season 2. I think One Punch Man's hype is dead.
That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, no one cared 5 years ago.
But also the issue is, so for a long time people talked about how One Punch Man was going to come back with Mappa animating it. Not the case. They're not the ones animating it. Fucking, it's the same people who did season 2, who everyone was like, oh, they nerfed the animation on this. So like no one, like that, it lost a lot of steam in season 2, which is why we probably haven't seen a season 3. On top of that, the manga is a lot, like the manga is the most fun it's been in a couple of years right now, but it has yet.
Which is leagues away from where the anime will be, right?
Yeah, we're on chapter like 70-ish in the anime, I'd say, and we're on chapter like 200-ish in the manga. But like there's, after the end of the Garo arc, as it's identified, there's 30, 48 chapters of just fucking nothing. Just fuck it. It's just like they introduced this thing called like the Neo Heroes Association, and they're just chatting shit about fucking like it is the least, like for a long time I identified at like One Punch Man as my favorite action manga of all time, and that's back when like this like the Garo arc was happening, and then like the Neo Association arc has just taken all of my interest as a One Punch Man manga reader away. Now, it's kind of fun again right now, but yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm in a weird spot right now. And one of the things I'm gonna talk about for my best boy is the fact that I have no anime to watch right now. I'm watching Sakamoto Days and Soul Leveling. I finished The Owl House. I'm trying to watch ReZero, and like we'll talk about how I'm doing with it right now, but I have something that might get added to our fucking 200th hot take list.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm not having a great time with ReZero.
Daniel Duenas, our friend, called me yesterday and we're just chatting. And they're like, all right, I'm going to go eat dinner. What should I watch? And I was like,
I don't.
Nothing.
Dude, that thing.
Paint dry.
I'm literally hoping that like our comment section is filled with like shit we need to watch, because I was like genuinely considering watching Licorice Recoil.
Great choice. I watched the first episode and it was sick. I forgot we were supposed to watch that.
That's how deep in my bag of like, oh, what the fuck should I watch am I? I was like, I'm taking recommendations from 2.5 years ago.
Ranking of Kings season 2.
That's it.
Maybe I'll watch that too, because I'm also kind of like,
I got nothing. I'm scrolling TikTok
while
I'm eating lunch.
Yeah.
I never do that. I always watch anime.
I know. I miss these like little, and maybe there are some, like if anyone has an anime, no, don't watch season 2 of ReZero. If anyone has any anime,
are people saying don't watch season 2 of ReZero?
I think so.
Dude, because I am, that is so liberating. I'm so fucking bored. Oh, I'm so bored of, dude, we're in Amelia's memories, and like we've been stuck in the sanctuary for like 11 fucking episodes, and it's just like, oh, Subaru is doing the same character arc he does in every fucking season, where he begins the season and he's like, I'm gonna save Amelia. I'm not gonna let her do any of the work. And then he does a little bit of the work, and then everyone's like, you need to lean on your friends here, because when you don't lean on your friends, they get cut to smithereens. And he's like, I'm gonna lean on my friends. And then that one fails, and he's like, I'm gonna talk to Amelia and tell her I love her, and then lean on my friends. And then that works, but then you're stuck in that timeline for like 7 fucking episodes. And I've been stuck in the fucking witch's trial watching Amelia. And listen, is Amelia's backstory cool? Absolutely. Does it need like 4 fucking episodes? I don't know who Pandora is. They just keep talking about all these goddamn witches. It's all over. Man, I
can't wait for this TikTok.
Dude, ReZero, it feels like a point we're watching right now. And the problem is everyone says season 3 is so goddamn good. And I do like ReZero. It's like the one isekai I still hold on to this day. But fuck, man. Season 2 has me bored to tears.
Damn.
Yeah.
You just hate
I hate
Isekai.
I hate Isekai.
You hate all of them, because even Slime.
I'm trying to find the child inside of me that loved them, you know?
Even Slime reincarnation or whatever. I want to call it Slime Princess. Even that one, everyone disagreed with you. That like the season you fell off, people were like, no, this world building, like this is good shit.
It's 12 episodes of talking. It is listen, that was one of those takes where once again, I was ahead of the curve.
Oh, you were ahead of it?
And then everyone came back to me afterwards and was like, hey, the last episode had a fight, but it was 12 episodes of waiting.
Right.
And everyone was like, that was awful. And like, the fucking ratings for season 3 of Slime Isekai are the lowest out of any season it's had. And that's the issue. I'm a professional anime fucking watcher and critiquer. I get to these things before people because I have less of a fuse because I have to watch so much fucking anime that the second I start smelling bullshit, I don't walk in the direction.
Well, we also need to like form opinions past. That was good. Yeah, because we have like it's our job to talk about it.
Yeah.
If we didn't have to talk about it and I watched an episode of like Daima or whatever, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of boring. I probably won't watch more.
Exactly.
But
3-episode rule.
But because I come on here and it's like, oh, this is the Daima episode 7 episode of the podcast, I got to talk about it. I have to like deconstruct what I didn't like, which makes it sound like it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
When in actuality, Daima's like a 6.5 out of 10 anime. Like it's not bad. It's the worst thing we watched last season. But it's not like, oh, like if you're a Dragon Ball fan, it's a good time.
I hate it. I disagree and I hate it.
You're
but
not a Dragon Ball fan.
But I'm a Dragon Ball fan.
You don't like Dragon Ball.
I know so much more about Dragon Ball than you.
I've never once claimed to be a Dragon Ball fan.
I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Everybody's like, oh, he just wants the fights. The only good thing about Daima is the fights.
Absolutely, 100%.
No one's a Dragon Ball fan but me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm the only Dragon Ball fan. That's the problem.
Okay, you're the only person who's willing to hold it to the standard of Akira Toriyama's more talented editor.
Yes, that's me. Get whoever the fuck told him that one version of Cell isn't enough. Get that guy the award. That guy's better at writing Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball, exactly. Oh.
Golly. Anyway, I'm not even drunk yet.
I know. Good thing I filled that cooler with ice. After that,
real quick though, on your thing, it turns out people were saying no, don't watch season 2 of Ranking of Kings. It's like a fake season. It's like a clip show. Apparently, so
they weren't saying don't watch
no,
Zero.
No, so you're still in for it.
I had confidence.
I know.
I talked loudly. Editors, please, please, short form editors, don't curb stop me.
Tower of God. We tried.
Season 2's fucking awful.
Shangri-La Frontier. They're saying to go back to.
I won't do it.
I can't.
I can't do it.
I can't, especially with solo leveling running. There's no shot I'm watching worse solo leveling and solo leveling together.
At the same time. Yeah. I feel watching, I'm good at this video game twice. Awesome. I'd fucking rather watch a streamer go play hardcore WoW.
I don't think I've ever felt a harder drop off than with solo leveling. Not in terms of its quality, but in terms of my interest. Where I was like, I mean, not solo leveling, Shangri-La Frontier. But there's the TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'll do it one more time just in case they want to do a normal TikTok of it. But I don't think I've ever felt a harder drop off than with Shangri-La Frontier. Not in terms of the show's quality, but in terms of my own interest. where I'm like having a great time, episodes like 1 through 4. Episode 5 comes and he's just grinding to fight, like, I think the rabbit boss.
That was it. It was like, it was like him dying like 300 times in battle against the rabbit boss or something. And it was like 20 episodes of him trying to figure out like, oh, arrows come from this. And I was just like,
yeah, I hit that Miyazaki wall hard.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I just don't want to watch another episode of this.
I just don't listen. I would love to like Isekai because God, do they make a lot of it. Like this season, if you just, and you can tell what's an Isekai simply just by scrolling and looking at the cover art.
Yeah, it's a title with 8 words in it.
Exactly. I'm looking at the season and it is just stuffed to the gills with a dude surrounded by 12 fantasy baddies. And I'm like, that's an Isekai right there. Fucking.
It's so weird that it does so well.
Because it's power fantasy. It's all power fantasy. It's all like, it's just like, I wish that I could die and go to a fantasy world where like everybody wanted to fuck me on the sheer fact that my skill is steel.
Yeah.
And here's that Giga Chad over there who was mean to a girl. Now I'm going to use the stolen fireball. I could write an Isekai in my sleep.
I agree.
In my fucking sleep.
I bet you could.
Write an Isekai. I think it is like the least talented form of writing you could possibly.
You just spend the next 9 months writing an
Just
Isekai in secret and then shadow drop like the script.
Fucking, who's the guy who did it? Everyone's like samurais raise up. Dude dropped a manga. It was actually pretty good.
Tony Weaver?
No, not Tony Weaver. I forget his name.
Who dropped a comic?
He dropped a who dropped an English comic?
Comic book.
A YouTuber dropped a manga and I reviewed it and it was actually really good.
Does it have like a red cover? It kind of looks like Hellsing a little.
Yeah, it's kind of like Kaiju number 8-ish.
It's like really thin. Yeah, I like got my friend Kyle like got me that manga for my birthday.
Interesting.
I didn't read it.
Corey X Kenshin. Yeah, that's it. Corey X Kenshin dropped. It's called The Monsters We Make or something. It's actually a fun read. I think I gave it like an 8. It's like an 8 out of 10. Like it's not perfect, but the ensemble's really good. And it's really cool. Like it's just like it's a cool universe. The power system's interesting.
No, it's not this. This does look sick.
Yeah, Corey X Kenshin dropped it. It's like the whole first volume. It's like 300 pages.
I like the character designs.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
It is a little too Kaiju number 8.
It's Kaiju number 8 meets I compared it to something else. Oh, Fire Force. Isk. Or was it One Punch Man? No, it's Fire Force. Yeah, it's like Kaiju number 8 meets Fire Force. It's fun. It's a fun read. Anyways, I would love to do that. I would love to just write an isekai that I could consume, but that I would probably be proven immediately wrong that I also can't write better than other people.
That's why you shadow drop it.
Exactly.
If you just write an isekai and then we like pay an artist to do a manga of it, and then if it sucks, whatever.
Yeah, then it'll still get 3 seasons of anime.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll get a Sueisha will buy it from us for $1 billion.